Good day everyone, so we'll be talking a bit about Baizhu, Kaveh and Honkai Star Rail in today's video, and just to keep us company, a bit of a just sort of fun run here in the background with Yao Yao and Yeilon sort of Bloom or Needle Bloom team, and then of course Kokomi and Yamiko on the second half. Right, so let's get into our topic. So obviously Baizhu and sort of Kaveh have been released, and honestly Kaveh seems to be the better unit in my honest opinion. I think as a 4-star he is pretty solid. He's not niche, you don't need him at C6. From what I've seen in terms of his gameplay, he's perfectly flexible in your sort of bloom teams, in your sort of hyper bloom teams. He seems to be a very well-rounded sort of like 4-star character, and it's sort of the type of characters that you'd wish Hoyu would make sort of more of. So honestly, if you do like Kaveh, yeah, he's like really good. He's the type of unit, he's like Yao Yao. Units that I don't really like, but if they do appear on my account and we ever get the opportunity, then yes, we can, might as well just build them just for a bit of fun or for 1 or 2 videos. Right, so now let's get into the main character, which is Baizhu, and honestly, I don't know how to pronounce his name, firstly, but I think for a character like him, he has been kind of okayish, I think, in terms of his release. So when I looked at his skits and when I looked at what other people have used him for, he does seem solid for you, for your like Sinnoh Aggravate or Sinnoh Hyperbloom teams. But other than that, he feels like a 5-star character that just needs a little more. It's almost like he's got everything that you want in his kit, but there's just something missing, and I don't know why. So obviously he's like Kokomi, he's supposed to be more a defensive healer oriented unit, but I feel like what they could have done is something interesting, like every time his shield breaks, your entire team gains an active 10% total damage multiplier, or total damage is increased for up to 3 stacks, or every time the shield is sort of broken. I think something like that, just to sort of elevate slightly a bit more like his utility and so on, would have been like so cool. But as a healer, as a bit of a Dendro shielder, yeah, he does his job. I think a lot of people don't really realize, but even if you just have 1 HP on your shield, you get like 1 swipe from the enemy, which you can like sort of resist when it comes to being knocked around and so on. So in certain cases that can be useful, but certainly there is a bit more that I would say I would have wanted from a 5-star character. Nonetheless, I don't have him, so we can't really sort of judge him from a full gameplay perspective, but that's sort of my opinion on him. Right, so the other thing that I just quickly want to talk about is Honkai Star Rail, and the reason I haven't really played that game is, first of all, I genuinely don't have the time. So for those of you that know, I do work full-time. Content creation is not my thing. It's more just a little fun hobby. And the second thing is, the more and more I watch Honkai Star Rail, the less I want to play it from other people, because it seems to me like everything that we wanted in Genshin Impact, they've sort of listened and they've kind of decided, well, you want sort of to choose your artifact stats, well, we're going to put it into Honkai Star Rail. You want your characters to be fully voiced in like just like normal dialogue and quest, regardless of what your language is, so they should be perfect lip syncing. Well, we're going to do that in Honkai Star Rail. Do you want to quickly change elements on your main character? We're going to do that in Honkai Star Rail. It's just like everything that we've wanted in Genshin, that game has gotten, and it's very obvious to me the more and more I look at Honkai Star Rail that some of the resources have been taken away. Perhaps not like the core resources from Genshin, but certainly the passion for Genshin Impact has been taken away and kind of put into that game ever since like 3.2. That's just my feeling. I can't really quantify it numerically or mathematically. It's just how it feels to me in terms of like playing Genshin Impact in the game and so on. But certainly there is this feeling from my perspective that we're kind of left a bit here in the dust. We've paid lots of money for our units and they just took that money and spent it on a different game, which is of course their right to do. but the implication is obvious. You know, I don't really feel the need to kind of then really get any more characters or be hyped for anything in Genshin Impact, because, well, whatever I'm going to get hyped for, you can always just play Honkai Star Rail instead. So it's kind of a bit of a mixed feeling here. So Genshin Impact really not looking too strong at the moment. Certainly the release of Baizhu and Kaveh have been like, or the release has been like overshadowed by Honkai Star Rail, but that's just kind of like unlucky. Yeah, tough times for Genshin Impact, and honestly, I don't think Fontaine is going to fix it, but we'll wait and see on that. Alright, that's all I really have to say. I hope you've enjoyed. Yeah, Miko and Kokomi, and thanks for watching.